Assalamu alaikum students. Today we will discuss about the LCM. LCM is abbreviation of least common multiple. LCM is basically a very important topic and it is very pertinent to understand that topic. The reason behind in a different topics LCM is always required even when you are solving different kind of algebraic question, simple fraction question or and wherever the fraction is used, wherever the fraction is used, maybe it can be any type, so LCM is always required because wherever you are adding or subtracting any fractional value, so it is important to take the LCM first and then you can solve this sum. There are several methods through which we can find the LCM, but again we will discuss only three common method which commonly used in the middles, and that will be hopefully quite helpful for you. So let's start with the different method. The first method is common multiple method, and the again like HCF, the other method is a prime factorization with two different types: the separate method and combined method. Prime factorization. The first is separate method, and the other is combined method. First, we will discuss the common multiple method. Let's have discuss the detail of the common multiple method. For example, we have a question that find LCM of 15 and 24 through common multiple method by using common multiple method. Opposite to the HCF. In HCF, we find the factor when we have a multiple common factor, we find the greatest factor. But in LCM, as you see, the least is the smallest. Okay, so if we have a multiple factors, multiples, then we always choose the first one. The first common multiple is basically the LCM of the given two values. For example, in this question, first we will find the table of both the numbers. As you see that a multiple mean multiply the number again and again. Okay, so multiple basically come from this method. Name is come from the multiple of the other numbers as well. For example, the 15 is there. Now we will write the table of 15 over here. 15, 30, 45, 60. One more thing which is important, that when you are comparing when you are applying this common multiple method, then we write more table of a smaller number and less values of a greater value. So because the common multiple will be nearer to the with the greater value, and it you have to write more table for the smaller value to get the common multiple out of these values. 75, 90, it's 105, 120, at least write up to the 10 times of the smaller number, 135 and 150, and the greater value should be at least up to 7 or 8 times. Now the next number is 24. Write the table of 24, that is 24, 48, 72, 96, 120, 144, and then 168, 192. Now I have written these numbers. Now we will observe the common multiple out of these. If we observe out of these common multiple, the first common multiple we are observing, that is 120. We are not finding any other number. So if we continue with the table, we can find more common multiple, but as our requirement is the least common multiple, so that's why we need the only one number, that is the first least number, that is 120. So our required answer LCM is 120. So this is our first method of a common multiple method through which we can find the LCM. Okay. Now let's move to the other two methods of a prime factorization. Second method with separate method. So separate method. Let's take the values 24, 42 and 90. Now we will do the prime factorization of all the values separately. This is 24. All of you know about it very well, that how to do the prime factorization of given number. The second value is 42. And the last number is 90. Okay, now we will compare the values. The factors of 24 are 2 multiply 2 multiply 2 multiply 3. Prime factors are 24. Then prime factors of 42, 2 multiply 3 multiply by 7. And in the last, prime factors of 92 multiply 3 multiply 3 and multiply by 5. Okay. One thing that is important in this LCM when you are separate method, first we separate the common factors. Now these are the three. 2 and 3 are the common factors. And first we separate the common factors and then we separate the non-common factor and finally we multiply them. One important thing to note for the separate method, that in HCF only that number is common which is present in all the three values, but in LCM that number is also common which is present in two values out of three. Okay, for example, if we have one more 2 over here but we do not have 2 in the third value, so we will also take 2 as a common number. Okay, so keep in mind that thing. So the common factors are CF common factors, that are 2 multiply 3 which is 6, and non-common factors are the NCF. Non-common factors are 2 multiply 2 multiply 3 multiply 5 multiply 7, which is we will multiply all of them. 2 to the 4th 3 12, 60, 67 the 420. This is 420. Now the required LCM is common factor multiplied by non-common factor, that is 6 multiply 420. You will multiply them and you will get the final. Okay, now with the same values we will discuss the common method. You will see that in both the cases we will get the same answer. In the combined method we will write as we used to do in HCF as well. We write all the number combined. Now it was important in HCF that all the numbers should be divided with the same number. Otherwise you cannot find the HCF. But in LCM even a one number is dividing out of these three, that is okay. Let's start with the 2 because all three are even numbers. It's 12, 21 and 45. Now we observe that only 12 is divided by 2 but the rest of the two numbers are not divided by 2. But still we can continue with the 2. 2 6 are 12, 21 and 45. Again still 6 is divided by 2. So 2 3 is 6. It's 21 and it's 45. Now out of all these three numbers, not a single number can be divided by 2. Now we will move to the next prime number, that is 3. And we can observe that all three numbers can be easily divided by 3. 3 7 and 3 15. We will continue. 1 will remain same, 7 will remain. Why we are continuing with the 3? Because 15 is divided by 3. And again the 3, we will divide with 3, and now 5 and 7 are left, so we will divide with 5. and then the last number is semi. We will divide with semi. It is important that in the last number should be 1. The last number should be 1. Now what will we do? We will multiply all the numbers which have divided these three numbers. Multiples, the final answer of the multiplication of all these numbers will give us the LCM. So we need to find the LCM. This is 2 multiply 2 multiply 2 multiply 3 multiply 3 multiply 5 and multiply by 7 factors. Okay, so now we will multiply all of them and we will find the answer. If we multiply all of them, we will get the answer 2520. Same answer we will get if we apply the separate method, but I would prefer to do the common method because there are a lot of chances to have a mistake in the separate method, because when students are taking the common factor, they take only those factors as the common factor which are present in all, but they do not consider those factors which are even present in 2. This is separate method can be easily handled in the 2 values, but if you have a more than 2 values like 3 and 4 values to find the LCM, in such cases lots of chances are there that students do make a mistake. Okay, so I would prefer to do the common method. So I hope this video will be beneficial for you. So practice at your home, and if you find any difficulty, if you have any concern, you want to have any topic in my videos, please do comment on the my comment section, so I can make the videos for you, for your benefits and for your help. Thank you. See you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.